Hi, everyone. Thanks for taking time to connect in the middle of the week. We are talking today about peace, which is the fruit of the Spirit that we are going to hear more about on Sunday in worship. So I want to invite you in the days ahead to be thinking more about peace. Take some time to notice where you experience peace in your life. Take some time in prayer for those places where you feel like maybe you're not experiencing peace or you know for sure that you aren't. I'm curious what peace means to you. What does it mean when we practice in our Christian community passing the peace of Christ with one another? We won't get into all of those things on Sunday. That'd be more than we could do in a day. But I am curious about how the peace of Christ lives within you. And I'm inviting you to notice that and pay attention to that in the coming days. And just in general, be paying attention to it. I will say that thinking about peace is a really hard one for me. It challenges me, this fruit of the Spirit does. And I think it challenges me because for a couple reasons. For one, I am fairly anxious and I'm a worrier. And so even the individual personal peace, which we sometimes think of, that peace of mind peace, that sort of sense of calm, that can be hard for me to let live in me and really to hold on to. And Jesus talks about that in some places around do not worry, do not be anxious, do not let your hearts be troubled. And so even those, that personal level of peace and peace of mind and assurance of resting in God's presence, that's hard for me to let myself rest in. But I also think that peace is a challenging one for me that I need to pay more attention to, because I think that sometimes I have undercut what God's peace has been. I think that sometimes I have given way too easily to the idea that peace is just an absence of some kind of conflict. The sort of idea of keeping the peace, the don't make waves, don't ruffle any feathers, that kind of idea that I began to associate with peace. And I'm not entirely convinced anymore that that's what peace is, and that that's what the peace that Christ offers to us, that is the same kind of peace that Christ is offering to us. So I'm at a place where I am challenged to explore and learn more and listen more from God and God's Spirit about what peace might look like. And even the challenging idea that maybe peace, to get to this hope of peace that is shared communally, that sometimes it's going to disrupt some things in the process. Jesus' life often disrupted some things in people's lives on the way to bringing forth the message of good news that declares peace. Peace, which I think of as more than just absence of conflict, but the actual wholeness, the well-being, the welfare of a collective community that is shared and flourishing. So that's what I'm thinking about with peace this week, is trying to lean a little more into those places where I feel challenged with an old understanding of peace that I think maybe is giving way to something that is broader than I originally imagined, that is something more spirit-filled than perhaps I once gave it credit for being. So my friends, that's where I am, at least right now, on the middle of the week today. Who knows where I will be next as I continue to lean into this in prayer and faith and conversation with others. So I would really love to hear where you are with peace. Just like last time, if you have an image that you can share, I would love to see it. Share that in the comments. If you have a story of what peace is, if you just want to share the places where you have known places where you have known peace, or places where you too are wrestling with an understanding of what does it mean to live in the peace of Christ. I would really love to hear it and hope that you can share that in this space and community. And so, my friends, in the wholeness and love of Christ, I offer you peace this week.